And currently, I am the marketing director for Latin America at NV Global. I have been developing digital businesses for 15 years, and today I can tell you that out of everything I have been able to build, I see tremendous strength in the company we are currently developing. And that's why I dare to share it with you. And I dare to tell you that if you are looking for a business opportunity, if you are looking for a chance to earn, then it is with this excellent company, all right? So let's check out the information. Let's take a closer look at what it's all about, and I'll tell you the details of why you should be a part of this and why you should get started now. Don't hesitate for even a second, because the results you start to see will depend on the decision you make, all right? So let's get down to business. NV Global is a company known for operating in 3 industries: an affiliate program, a financial product, and of course, blockchain. Nowadays, there has been a lot of talk and a lot of speculation about cryptocurrencies, right? There's been a lot of talk about Bitcoin. I want to tell you that in 2016, I heard the word Bitcoin for the first time, and it was completely unfamiliar to me. At that time, I think only about 0.3% of the population knew about it. Today, I can tell you that 5% of the world's population understands or has at least heard something about Bitcoin. Maybe the percentage is a bit higher, but only about 1% actually has a virtual wallet and keeps cryptocurrencies in it. Look, a specialist, a financial expert recently came out and said that Bitcoin would reach $3 million, and it's not far-fetched because there are fewer and fewer Bitcoins that will exist in the world. And this means that, well, 95% is already distributed, or some have even been lost because it's difficult to manage at first when people don't understand it. That's why they need guidance. They need someone who has the knowledge. And today I can tell you that in 10 years, Bitcoin will be worth approximately between $1 million and $3 million. So what opportunity is there with what I'm about to share with you? If you take on the task of sharing this information with us, there may be a chance along the way to earn some percentages, some commissions, and that's what I want to invite you to do, okay? This company is registered in Hong Kong. It was registered on October 18, 2023. This company intends to create technological products. It is also registered in Turkey and also has a very strong partnership with the Almato Investment Group Fund. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a moment. I'll tell you a bit about this. And basically, it's about creating products that everyone is using nowadays, right? A digital wallet, a digital bank, being able to withdraw money, being able to make payments in any way, you know? In China, for example, they can already pay with their hand. Just imagine. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary to have an app that allows you to generate income from your phone, which is very common nowadays. But anyway, if we manage to reach and bring this information to at least 10% of the population, I'm telling you, you're going to make $1 million. Yes, it's that simple. Now, what happens if we do it together? Well, we could have the possibility to create a business in financial markets, to offer payment services, loans, all kinds of banking services, but digitally. Also, we could have the chance to create operations in cryptocurrencies, consulting services, and technology. With my experience, I can tell you that the real business isn't even in trading or cryptocurrency mining. Now, the real business that's currently at the center of everything does involve those areas. I'm not going to say it doesn't, okay? There's a product within the company called MB Finance. And this product, yes, it combines trading and mining, but it's not the product we should be focusing on. The ones we should focus on are these two, MB Wallet and MB Payment, okay? And each of these here as well. But why these specifically? Because these earn money from transactions. The best business for banks right now is earning from every transaction you make, every payment you make. Simple. For every purchase you make, every payment you make. What if I told you that the payment you make to some private institutions could be distributed to you instead? I mean, does what I'm telling you make sense? If it makes sense, stay until the end so you can see why you need to be part of this excellent opportunity. What did MB Global do? What they did was create these products, but in partnership with a company called AIGA Holding. AIGA Holding is a holding company, right? Registered in Hong Kong. The CEO is Mr. Yunyan Deng. He is currently a partner in a mining company called Bitmain, and they are also partnered with a company called UZX. It's an exchange that currently moves more than $1 billion every single day. The company's ultimate business operation is called BITNEVEX, because BITNEVEX will in fact earn money from every transaction. Allow me to explain a little bit. If this is your first time here and you don't understand anything I'm saying, don't worry. I'm telling you how money is made. I'll get to that in a moment. Yes, how much for how much? How much do I need to start with? How much am I going to earn? All of that is important. But first, I think the most important thing is that you understand what the company's objective and mission are and what the current sources of income are. This is a website I've known for more than 10 years. And on this site, you can check what the exchanges are currently moving, right? The exchange is that platform that allows you to exchange your digital currencies for fiat money, euros, dollars, pounds sterling, or vice versa. Or to do trading or staking or mining or to connect with other people. It's that simple. Currently, the one that controls or manages this market is Binance. Binance moves around $12 billion, and we are currently in partnership with them because you have to be very robust, not just in terms of money, but also by having a community. We are leveraged with this chain called UZX. He provides us with liquidity. What does liquidity mean? It means that if someone comes and says, well, I want to buy a USDT, I want to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it may be, there is enough financial backing to make that exchange and, of course, to charge a commission for it. Our goal is to position ourselves on this list. With what? With the exchange. Which exchange? The one I just told you about. The person who invited you will show you a bit more about it, and it has a referral system that I recommend you activate because this will allow you to earn profits in the long term. Currently, the product with which the company is benefiting or generating benefits for people, for leaders, for partners is the NV Finance product. Why? Because right now the market is already very well established. I mean, even though there are many people who already know about it, who are aware of it, but still don't fully understand, there's another market that is already very well positioned, and that's the transactions market. And in that area, Binance and Bybit are like the kings, right? And there, they already have absolutely everything. They even sponsor World Cups, pay players, pay singers, pay artists. In other words, they have more money than you can imagine to make it happen. So how do we compete with them? Well, it's very simple, by creating an additional motivation. And what better motivation than sharing part of the profits generated from trading, mining, and providing liquidity? What does it mean to provide liquidity? I give you some money so that you can do what you do every day, and in return, you pay me a premium, you pay me an interest, so to speak, but I have access to my money 24 hours a day without any problem. So in that, there is a margin that is extremely wide. And that's where the opportunity arises for each one of us. Let me also show you a little bit more about the partnership that currently exists with a fund called the Al Maktoum Investment Group. This fund was signed, yes, with one of the most sophisticated, renowned, and highly respected companies in investment matters, specifically with Mr. Abdul Hakim Al Maktoum Sheikh. He is the Sheikh of a country called Dubai, and the CEO is Mr. Munir. The CEO of BITNEVEX, Mr. Nikolai, who was with us in Colombia, Nikolai Ivanov, he was there and was able to demonstrate this partnership up close, okay? Currently, this fund owns 20% of NV Global, the company I am telling you about. And if you want to learn a little more about the fund, let me share the website with you so you can check it out yourself, because what I tell you might doubt, but what you look up is a fact. We agree on that, right? If you look it up and say, I found this, well, then that means it's real. Yes, and if I tell you, come on, what is it you want to tell me? But anyway, here it is for you to check it out. Call and ask. I did this myself. I lived in Dubai for a while, so I know a lot of people there personally. They told me, yes, Juan, the company is real, the partnership is real, it works. Everything they're saying is completely real, okay? And here is the CEO I was telling you about, the one with whom the agreement was signed, Mr. Sheikh Abdul Hakim. He is the Sheikh of Dubai. And here is Mr. Munir Ahmad, who is the CEO of the Al Maktoum Holding Fund. And here you can read, and you can read up close what I'm telling you, the Al Maktoum Family Fund, that is the family from Dubai, okay? Now then, let me continue telling you a bit about how you can start generating income with this system. So the company's ultimate goal is very simple, very straightforward. It's to create a very organic community that uses the company's services. What services? Well, they have an exchange, they have a wallet, right? This wallet allows you to chat. The wallet needs to become a chat, a social network. It already is. You can already have a completely private conversation without sharing any information at all with any server because it's on a decentralized blockchain, right? It has its own wallet, its own coin, its own blockchain, its own exchange, right? It has a complete ecosystem so that people can use it. You can already download this wallet. It has its MVP system, and I have excellent news for you. In Turkey, at the event from June 10th to 15th, they will be showcasing and giving all participants a Visa branded card, okay? Which already allows you to connect your passive earnings with your funds and be able to withdraw at an ATM or pay anywhere. But this is only for people who are going to travel. Is anyone here going to travel to Antalya, Turkey? Say, I am. Perfect. Very well, let's move forward. This is the NV Finance program, and here is already the offer and opportunity for people. Let me tell you what opportunity is available. Well, this company is very inclusive, and you can participate starting from $50. With $50, you will generate a percentage of 8%. At first glance, you might say 8%, $4 isn't much. But what happens if you have $500? Well, if you have 500, then you already have $40. What happens if you have 5,000? Well, we're talking about making around $400. And what happens if you have 50,000? Well, now we're talking about $4,000 a month. Can you imagine earning $4,000 a month automatically? The question is, a lot of people say to me, well, Juan, that's great for someone who has 50,000. And what if I don't have it? Because if you have 5,500, that's perfect. The contract is very simple. The contract lasts for 1 year, right? Within a year, you can withdraw your profits without any problem, okay? One, we'll put it here. And you can withdraw on the 15th and 30th of each month without any problem. You can withdraw. You make your withdrawal and it arrives in your wallet. At this moment, you have to do the exchange, but soon on the whole side with the matter of what? Let's say 15 days, 20 days, I don't know. You'll have the card soon, it will arrive, you claim it, and it gets delivered to your home. You can immediately withdraw from an ATM. You can pay with it without any problem, okay? On the 15th and 30th of each month, you can make withdrawals with a minimum withdrawal of $30. Perfect. Now, if you, like me, are one of those people, an entrepreneur who started with a very small amount of capital and wants to start generating great results and wants this to become your lifestyle, to be able to travel the world, meet people, learn, network, and become a business person. Well, I want to tell you here that with $50, I, up to this point with this company, can teach you how to turn $50 into $10,000. Don't just take my word for it. I'm going to show you how I've done it. Do you think so? Ready? Turning $50 into $10,000? Interested? Raise your hand. Say me. Perfect. I'm talking to you. Very good. So allow me to tell you what we do and how we do it. Well, first of all, you have the opportunity to generate passive income, which in itself is already very, very attractive, right? Whether it's through trading, mining, or by providing liquidity to other providers who need it, we charge interest, and that interest is shared with you. The money you invest is split into two parts. One part goes toward developing high-tech products, wallets, exchanges, banks, neobanks, the whole range. And the other part is shared with the ambassadors. Who are the ambassadors? You, us, people who share this information and are looking for a commission. The motivation could be to invest and put in some capital, and in that way generate some benefits passively. Daily, monthly, semi-annually, however you prefer, okay? The contract, as I mentioned, is for 12 months with a minimum withdrawal of $30, and withdrawals can be made on the 15th and 30th of each month. Now, what happens in the ambassador program? You can earn a commission that ranges from 5% up to 20%, okay? What does the increase depend on? It depends on sales. Sales of what? Of digital licenses that generate you daily profits, profits you can withdraw bi-weekly and monthly. And from that, you can earn commissions. These commissions start at 5%. This means that if you, for example, buy a $50 digital license, you will have access to information, benefits, trips, and an entire exclusive club of information and education that allows us to generate within this ecosystem and in this way. Perfect, right? Now, if you share that information starting from $50, the minimum to be active is $50, and you have a referral link and share that referral link, you start earning commissions, okay? Those commissions start at 5% and increase from there. As you gradually increase the overall sales of digital licenses, which consistently generate for you both daily and monthly benefits at a rate of 8%, you also earn a percentage. This means that the more you sell, the more you benefit. One thing is what you receive from the purchase of the license. The license purchase ranges from $50 up to $100,000. That will generate for you a monthly benefit of 8%, which goes into a one-year contract and can be withdrawn on the 15th and 30th of each month with a minimum of $30. That's one thing. Another thing is that for doing this work that I'm doing with you and that you're doing with other people, you will earn a percentage that increases as you make more digital sales. When you reach $1,000, it gives you the possibility to earn 5.5%. You start by earning 5. When you reach 2,500, it's 6. When you reach 5,000, it's 6.5. When you reach 7,500, it's 7%. And so on. You keep increasing that percentage until you reach 20%. When you get to around 200,000 or 150,000, you'll already be earning 10.5%, okay? Up to this point, we're doing well. Now, this gets more interesting. This is the first bonus. It gets even more interesting. There's also the possibility, of course, to earn 20%, but you have to make sales as a community and as a team, okay? Here's an example so you can understand a little better. All right, so you got started with $50, and suddenly someone comes along and says, I'll buy the $10,000 one. You earned $50, 5%, 525, 105, and you earned a total of $80 in profit, okay? Very simple, very straightforward, no problem at all. Now, there's a bonus called the differential bonus, and this differential bonus works as follows. Let's use the example that you are now at rank 6. What is rank 6? It's someone who has made sales of $25,000 in these licenses, either as a team or individually. So automatically, you now earn 8% for every person you refer. But then Anna comes along and says, well, I want to start, and the duplication begins. And she tells Maria, and Maria signs up and buys a $1,000 license. So Anna, since she's just starting, earns 5%, which would be $50. But there's a differential bonus because you already earn 8%. Even though you didn't make that direct sale, you earn a bonus, which is the differential bonus. The difference between what Anna earned and what you normally earn, which is between 5 and 8%, is 3% or $30. Can you imagine waking up in another country like maybe Turkey, for example? And suddenly you wake up to some commissions because on the other side, in Latin America, people were awake while you were sleeping and boom, 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 commissions started coming in. Would you like that to happen to you? Well, just so you know, here's someone talking to you who is already experiencing that, and I'm going to tell you how I'm doing it, okay? Now look at this. There's another commission you can earn as you reach different levels. The 5,000 level, the 10,000 level, the 25,000 level. I was talking about sales. When you manage to sell $5,000, you get paid a bonus called the awards bonus. This bonus is claimed in a very simple way. Have a minimum deposit of $125, have made direct or indirect sales of $5,000, and you claim the $250 bonus. That means you will get the opportunity to earn $250 will come to you, as if you had bought a $250 license. But wait, let me explain something very important. And that is that this license pays you 13.8% per month. This means that on $250, you will receive $34 per month. After about 8 months, you will have already recovered, let's see, 34 times 8, you'll be at around $273. They pay you up to $250. You already have that money in your pocket, perfect. That's it, that's where it ends. But what happens? That you have already claimed, maybe you kept working, kept doing the task, and now you're at 10,000, so now you'll get another bonus of 500. Now you're at 25, you get a bonus of 1,000. Now you're at 50, you get a bonus of 2,000. Personally, up to this point, I have claimed these 4 bonuses. The one of 2,000, the one of 1,000, the one of 500, and the one of 250. That gives me a residual of $517 automatically. Why do I keep sharing this information with you? Because if I can get more people to claim those bonuses, then the 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, and 50,000 bonuses will also start happening for me. I want to claim the 3 million one. 3 million is going to generate for me at 13.8%, $414,000. What do you think about that? In other words, I'm going to pocket $3 million by helping other people earn like this too. Do you want this to happen to you as well? I'm going to show you what it looks like. Come on, let's take a look right now. Let's see these bonuses right away so you can understand a little bit of what I'm saying, because if you see it visually, you'll be able to understand a little bit better, okay? Let's look at this. You're going to have a back office like this. The person who invited you will share a link with you, and you'll have this back office. These accounts you're seeing here, these investments, I didn't make them, they were given to me. In other words, I completed and earned them when I managed to make the sales I was telling you about a moment ago. When my wife and I sold $5,000, we claimed the $250 bonus, and a period starts and it pays me. Look, when we made sales of 10,000, then I got paid the 500, and for sales of 25,000, the 1,000, and for sales of 50,000, the 2,000. And we're already close to claiming the next one, which is the 5,000. For that, there are some requirements, but we're already above 133,000 in sales. And we've already completed the hardest part, which was the volume. We've already made sales of more than 133,000 as a community. Note, as a community, all of this is as a community. This isn't done alone. This is teamwork. By working together every day, we can achieve this and even more. Now, if you ask me which bonus I find most interesting, it's the one I'm about to share with you. It's the bonus called the matching bonus. How does it work? It starts working from rank 6. And at rank 6, they start paying you 10% of what your direct referrals earn, your leaders, the people working closely with you. How does it work? It's very simple. What happens is, for example, you're already at rank 5, you and your team have already sold $25,000, and suddenly Anna comes along. Anna is a super leader and starts earning. She makes $1,000 in commissions, or $100, or $50, or $500. From those $1,000, you earn 10%, that is $100. You made $100 automatically. You woke up and saw in your account that you were receiving indirect commissions for work you did once, and it kept paying you. Do you want to see what that looks like live and in real time? Let me show you what could happen to you and everyone around you if you start working the way we are. Let's take a look. Let's check out the commissions. Look, all of these are commissions. The ones you're reading here that say referral are indirect commissions. Honestly, I haven't personally referred anyone. Today, and there it is, I just received a commission. This one here that says matching bonus is the one I was telling you about. It's a bonus they pay me for indirect commissions. If someone I invited earns commissions, since I'm already above rank 6, which is sales of $25,000, I receive an additional commission. And these that say award are the bonuses. Do you remember the bonus of 250, 500, 1,000, and 2,000? Well, now I'm receiving these commissions. Look. For example, the 115 bonus refers to the 251. This 115 they pay me. 1.15 they pay me for 30 days. How much does that add up to? 34.5. I divide that by 250, 13.8%. How about that? And this one is for the 500, and this one is for the 1,000, and this one is for the, but that comes to me automatically. I don't have to do absolutely anything. That's it. It already comes to me. It's done. The commissions are already distributed. And these are, for example, from my investments, and well, that's it. That's how they are. Now, if we want to see, for example, how withdrawals are made, how I cash that out, because no, Juan, these numbers are interesting, but now how do I withdraw them? Look, let me show you a little bit so you can see what's happening right now, live and in real time, what's going on. Each of these bonuses that you see here, each of these bonuses has been generated and paid directly to the wallet, okay? These bonuses have been paid through a network called the Tron network. The person who invited you will tell you a little more about what I'm talking to you about right now, okay? Don't worry about that. Now then, look at this. Each of these bonuses has gone to a wallet. Let's check it so you can see for yourself. This wallet that you see here, let's see if you can check it. It's a wallet that keeps a record for me. That's the nice thing about the cryptocurrency system. Everything is recorded, everything is registered. Let's take a look at this wallet. And in this wallet, you can check the deposits that have been made to us. Look, right here. Here it is so you can see for yourself. For example, this deposit of 129, 422, and 310. See here? Look. 129, 422, and 310. Let's check them here so you can see for yourself. Yes, 100, look, 120. And let's go over here, 122, 329, 403, something like that. Here they are, 100. Oh, it's just that I'm in the other wallet. Oh, no, this is it. This is the one. This one is 119, 258. We'll move that one to another. But that 857, look at this 857. Yes, I remember I have it around here. Look, here it is. 857, see? 857 straight away, and that's it. I send it to my card, withdraw it from the ATM, or pay for anything I need. That way you can earn automatically. So, for you to understand the business model is about getting people to realize that there is a source of income generated passively through digital transactions, through profits from trading and mining with a global company present in more than 20 countries, which already has the financial strength to generate passive income for you from your investments. Additionally, if you want to start duplicating, you can earn commissions. I encourage you to look into the commissions. Why? Because from those commissions, I have already earned $3,750 plus $3,000. In other words, just from that, I already have $6,750. And why did I tell you that there's a possibility for you to earn much more? Because look at this. With strategy, together with my wife, she has already received a couple of bonuses and she has already earned $1,725 here. So just with that, we're already adding up to $8,400 more. Look at this, look, and we already have another bonus to claim. Here's another bonus ready to be claimed because she just reached $50,000. And this bonus, she's already collected the one for $1,000, the $500, and the $250. We just need to add $500 more here and we'll complete the $2,000 bonus and we'll earn $2,000, putting us at over $15,000 in profit in just 2.5 months. Now, as if everything I just told you wasn't enough, there's the possibility to increase that daily earnings amount. Currently, it pays 8%, but if you purchase a business pack, it allows you to earn not 8, but 9%. If you purchase a business pack, it no longer lets you earn commission starting at 5%, but at 6%. This means that when you reach, for example, a certain level, like what's happening to me, I'm at about level 100, level 10, rank 10, right? No, it's not about, I'm at rank 10. What happens? That if I have the possibility that at rank 10, I'm already earning 10%, but with that additional 1%, it's as if I had sold $200,000. Now let's look at this. If I had that extra 1%, when I've sold 500,000, it's as if I had sold 1 million. Then what does that mean? An additional percentage that would require me to sell twice as much. Not here. Here, just by having that license, I already start earning 1% more. And with compound interest, which we're also going to teach you about, you'll be able to generate much more. Now, I want to show you a short video to inspire you and show you that this is more than possible for you and everyone around you. This was one of the things I liked the most. I mean, everything is great, everything is excellent, but this really is motivating. No, it doesn't just motivate me, it motivates everyone who truly wants to achieve great results. The best part is that I've helped others achieve those results as well. Now, at the end, I'm going to show you a couple of people who are already making withdrawals, who are generating profits. But first, let me show you this excellent video that conveys the message about the latest bonus the company has for each of you. Let's take a look here so you can check it out. So pay close attention to this. Imagine that you could get a car, right? Any car you want at 50% off. There's a program that allows you, for example, to put in $10,000 and in 6 months, those $10,000 let you withdraw $20,000. In other words, you double your capital, you double it because it generates 16.6% per month, which means that in 6 months, you're making 100%. What do they ask of you? They ask you to do. Look at what they ask you to do. They ask for something very simple, Just put advertising on the car. That's it. Can you put advertising on the car? Can you put it on like this? Can you put NV Global on it? Can you put that advertisement on or not? Perfect. So, if you can do that, great. You put it on for at least a year, and after that, if you want, do whatever you want with the car, with the vehicle, but now you have the opportunity. Now, not only that, I want to show you that there are already people who are collecting, who are receiving this bonus, and not just once or twice, but many times. They have their whole team earning in the same way. Here, for example, there are some women from Russia. She is a leader named Rosa. She has been in the business for more than a year and a half now, and she is helping everyone, her whole team, to start earning like this, to start doing it this way and even more. If you want to start earning like this and even more, you have to, please, stick to this bonus as if it were the last thing you were ever going to do, because you'll have the vehicle you always wanted, the one that costs $80,000 for $40,000, the one that costs $20,000 for $10,000. How does what I just told you sound? Now look at this. I just want to show you something. Go to the channel. Everything I'm showing you is on the NV Global LATAM channel. There are people. This is already active for all of Latin America and all of North America without any problem. There are professionals, people with established careers, with established businesses who are moving into the digital world. And why do you think that's happening? Let's listen for a moment to Alicia to hear what she has to say. Alicia is a leader who is already working with us. She's going to Turkey, and she is absolutely in love with this business.
I couldn't believe that you could actually work in something virtual in a real and meaningful way. But what captivated me most about NV Global was when I had the opportunity to meet its founder, Ali, in person.
There are women whose wisdom isn't learned from books, but from life itself. Alicia is one of them. Her story teaches us that it's never too late to start over.
My name is Alicia Elena del Gordo Gallardo. I am 65 years old, and I am from the northern coast of Colombia, from a city called Ciénaga in the department of Magdalena. I came to Bogota many years ago to finish my secondary and university studies. And when I went to do my rural service, I met the man who is now my husband, Hernando Pacific. We have been married for 39 years, and our family consists of two wonderful children, Valeria Lucia, who is 36 years old, and Hernando Jose, who is 33. My husband, an anesthesiologist, and I, a bacteriologist, established a clinic specializing in traumatology, orthopedics, and plastic surgery many years ago, which we maintained for 20 years. One day, I decided to stop practicing my profession because my daughter, who lives in London, told me about the world of cryptocurrencies. To me, it really seemed intangible, unbelievable, and I couldn't believe that someone could work in something virtual. However, she said to me, give yourself the chance. I've always been someone who likes challenges. And I said, well, it would be great to prove to myself that I can also work in the world of finance because, well, my field is healthcare. That's what I dedicated my whole life to. I worked with a lot of love, and I think I did it quite well.
8 years ago, she suffered a fall. Her spine was fractured, but her spirit was not. Alicia decided to get back up, turn her pain into strength, and reinvent herself from the deepest part of her being. Today, she not only walks, she guides others.
I learned about NV Global through Blanca Nubia Osorio and Juan Manuel Jimenez. Juan Manuel is a tireless person, someone who has always worked for the good of the community, and I was sure that if he was introducing us to a company, it was because he had studied it thoroughly. So I said, I'm going to invest $50, which was really my first investment, and I realized that every day my daily earnings were deposited to me. When he told me about the business, he had offered me a percentage of profits, and if I added up the daily earnings by the end of the month, that was actually what I had, what I was going to earn. But what captivated me most about NV Global was that when I met its founder, Ali daughter, She spoke to me from the heart. She seemed like a very responsible person, a very kind person, and a very sensitive person. So we had a conversation. He showed me the company, explained how it was developed, talked about everything he wanted to achieve, and well, here I am. I am rank 5, which I really didn't achieve on my own, but with a team. I've invited several people, mostly family members, some friends as well. And well, I'm happy because with this rank, I also won the prize of going to Antalya, Turkey. I'm really excited to go and get to know the company, the businesses, to see how they work, how they develop, and to gain more knowledge so I can come back here and talk to my team and to new people who want to join this great company. From the bottom of my heart, I am very grateful to NV Global because I see that it is a company that has come on strong. It is giving us financial freedom, and moreover, it is giving us personal satisfaction. It is preparing us, broadening our minds, and filling us with a lot of knowledge so that we can speak confidently about this great business.
Thank you, Alicia, because with your unwavering faith, your constant example, and your eagerness to always learn something new, you inspire us to never give up. Your journey is a light for those who believe it is already too late. With women like you, the future at NV Global is written with hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this presentation. Thank you very much. If that testimony doesn't connect with you, doesn't touch your heart, then let me tell you, I don't know what could. We are here building a community. We are working as a team. We want to help everyone. We want to show you the path of this company. This company is being built with a lot of heart, with a strong intention to build community, to build family, to help people. Something that really stuck with me from the founder of the company: I can't build wealth by hurting people or by doing harm to someone or by doing something that causes harm. In other words, I will always end up a failure. For example, someone who sells weapons that end up hurting others will never build anything, will never achieve anything at all. In the end, it will be empty and will bring misery into their life. We want this to work and to truly work. If you see a business opportunity here, I invite you to take the first step with $50. See for yourself that what I'm telling you is real. Get to know the people up close, get trained, and educate yourself. Something we work on a lot is personal development, right? Removing all those mental limitations, because ultimately we miss out on opportunities because we don't understand them, right? And because out there, people tell you, be careful with absolutely everything. If something seems too good, it can be real, that doesn't exist. Good people, if someone wants to give you something, it's because they want to take something from you. If someone wants to help you, it's because we need to take off that mask. Look, I'll tell you, I've been living outside of Colombia for quite a few years now. And over there in Colombia, in my country, there's a saying, and I'll close with this. There's a saying that goes, dar papaya, right? So it means that you kind of gave someone the chance to hurt you, right? And so, for example, foreigners arrive at the airport and then they get robbed, right? Because sometimes it happens, not always, but sometimes it does. And so the first thing people say to the foreigner is that you gave papaya. Why did you come with everything, with your watch out like that, with your keychain, and why? I mean, why can't I just be at ease? Why can't I get to know? Can't I travel the world feeling safe? Why do I have to arrive at our country is beautiful, but it's the lack of education and the lack of security that doesn't allow it? How do you achieve security? By creating sources of income, by truly creating abundance for people. After that, educate others, because there will be people who won't want to understand, who will look for the easy way out. Here you have to work. Here you have to make an effort. Here you have to make calls. Here you have to break through to people in a good way and tell them there really is a way to do things and to achieve them. It's not always about following just now I posted a video on my social media, on my Instagram, and it says there, right? The traditional business model that's been around for over 1,000 years, which is sticking to a schedule, coming home completely exhausted, numbing your mind by watching a movie on Netflix, and then going back to reality, to a job you hate. There are other ways to live life: traveling, discovering new things, learning, and helping more people. We have a foundation, and honestly, we feel very grateful and blessed that this company is supporting us. Go to the channel and check out everything we're doing. Go ask the person, let them tell you a bit about what we've done and what we're going to do in the coming months. A very special greeting. This was Juan Manuel Jimenez, Marketing Director for Latin America at NV Global. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you soon. Take care. Bye.